Watson adoye menu apanyi ya mwakwa ba deba TV so as a Power FM so na ben o microphone me just bibia ho bokode you see aye na ache ya gura na de sia
seja munjetre
na eja wo bie wo Ghana ha nti wopse hunsuro
misro seja mu na mudika bie ya na
ye tie na ye
ube ho anse power beba mrebi na fe yesi Mugabe grad okasado do di emfi said ye dey me who say the same thing
me nya sure say your mama na ndi se be
me say sedu agongo mo ne wo mo bre any ade obedu ho afa yesi
agongo da bia no na court bia 8 years
so hu ne tie no this is a wake up call to all political parties wo mo bre no edru so a montimi ona won at least wo mo so behu se adwuma ye no ya anya adwuma hu so wo de tie no yes eti ye befa so ni achia mpenifo ahodo a ya na omofre me sei na nsei yewura sedu agongo frame hope say bibia you okay baby owo ni okay what is yes accident bi onu afre me o fani out me ho te say Julius Debra mo ni ade mpenifo ahodo bebre so ho so party a me koma wo mo no o mu bia kra mpo ntima fe mate say bi kra kokoda ase o mu kokobo afore ese manya
so wanya kan gwanhia
Hopes Nadoye, Director of Special Duties at Movement for Change, speaking on behalf of Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin, has once again hit the nail on the head, and it is abundantly clear that politics is a dirty game. Most political actors have no shame in their game, to the extent that they wish their opponents would be unalived for them to get an undue advantage, going as far as to shrines to achieve their aims. In fact, spiritual fortification is required to succeed in politics. Also, many political actors, New Patriotic Party, NPP, and National Democratic Congress, NDC, can turn their backs on you in a second because their focus is on party first and money first, not Ghana first. Chairman Wuntumi, the New Patriotic Party's regional chairman for the Asante region, is a classic example. Chairman Wuntumi, whose real name is Bernard Entry Buasiako, would deny that his nose is his nose if it means he can push the diabolical agenda of those who wrote the Agyapadie book. Why? Because the ruling party, New Patriotic Party, NPP, have allowed him to amass massive monies through illegal mining, also known as galamsey, allegedly ruining the Ghana water bodies in the process to the detriment of the locals in the environment. How can Chairman Wuntumi sit on Ubusia FM and say that Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, the running mate of National Democratic Congress, ex-President Mahama, is the author of the Agyapadie book? There's simply no sense in this. If we are to believe the utterances of Chairman Wuntumi, the National Democratic Congress, NDC, are the ones directing the affairs of the New Patriotic Party, NPP. So why should the good people of Ghana vote for either the NPP or the NDC, as the value is the same? Is Chairman Wuntumi suggesting that the presidential elections in Ghana, due to take place on 7 December 2024, is National Democratic Congress, NDC, versus de facto National Democratic Congress in the current iteration of New Patriotic Party, NPP? If this is the case, is it any wonder that regardless of whether the citizens of Ghana vote for NPP or NDC, it is going to be 4 more wasted years? 4 more years of suffering? The citizens of Ghana must vote for independent candidate Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin for any or true change. It seems that as the new Patriotic Party's Barmia 2024 campaign progresses, Chairman Wontumi keeps letting out unbefitting utterances, especially targeted at Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman. These unbefitting utterances are all defamatory in nature, and Chairman Wontumi would not be able to substantiate any of these unbefitting utterances with evidence if the matter is ever processed to civil court. In short, the new Patriotic Party has failed to realize how much damage Chairman Wontumi is doing to Dr. Baumia's 2024 campaign. And these unwarranted utterances will cost NPP heavily in the December 7, 2024 presidential elections in Ghana. Let's continue listening to Hobson's interview with Mugabe Masai.
Now, court case na kwesi saying.
Oh,
I charge you one.
Sir, yes, I call for docket for advice.
That basin and
me, I was sent. Okwa ni posuma me metrina bejina court.
You were sent to where?
And I know.
Ejuma akwa ye vote no.
They say what they say abeko. Anya
program. We vote right?
Maybe fracha via in Kita.
Yeah, constituency right.
The 10 people did not get it well. Many opportunity.
Let
me explain it. The 10 did not happen in Volta region.
It happened where?
I went to Togo. Me move from Paramonsi to Paramonsi. So every operation was done in Togo, not Ghana. People should get it clear.
Operation. What's your friend? Udio Mubaba.
What's saying? Miana Miko, one Amisumano. Miana Miko.
Na hivyo na suma wa mako to dynamite.
Odo munyambotre. You drew to how mbu.
Hey.
You drew to how we have. What you say?
No.
Me ko ye adwuma nsoete emre. One of the trips me call Togo 6 times before the
dynamite na mko free him.
What say?
Na mko fa dynamite ni.
Dynamite no ma me explain hono. Oko Togo sisi ya. Na okache boys sisi omunkoto dynamite mrewa. Omo de firecracker. Won say firecracker kese pa de tibi 20 something. Eno mko akoto abro. So on ete no.
Tena na mudi operation.
I don't know my friend dynamite. Eti say yankomo enu mkokodi ye. Eti omo to pe na moto.
That was in 2016, right?
2016. Eti adina shase tutu na manfo odwane. NDC voter region will tell you say election day omo mu call sa villages ni na omo do ho no obi any village o.
Papa mo nyina.
Ya papa mo nyina ko.
Ya na wo yes ade ya wa region for.
Enye ma anya ntia me region for. That is one thing we should get it.
But you are from Volta.
I'm from Volta and I did not do it in Volta region in Togo. It is wrong for Togolese to come and vote in Ghana. That's why let's settle that cause. What you say? Na say na wo pa chem say send this can say MPP across the Sancro for free code was on Metwaba. You allow it? No. We should not allow it. So it was a strategy.
Now how can a Togolese come and vote in Ghana?
Nothing. And then I will be
and how their name appear in our register.
One register be some call me or my me.
Oh, Togo.
Yeah.
It
was a border operation.
Why regret it? So yes, I man.
Me regret it. But Nyangupo betu omuka.
Obetu ahin for
omu
MPP for
Nyangupo betu omuka. And the bemu mo lusu heavily. Messi obia mo dating to her. The defeat of MPP will be a record for a political party to beat.
In my humble opinion, the new Patriotic Party, in its current iteration, are full of ingrates, ungrateful people. As you've heard from Hobson Adoye, after they've used him and they can't manipulate him any longer, and they've kicked him out of the New Patriotic Party. Then they tell him that they are now going to prosecute him, because he says he did an operation in the Volta region, and he claims he did it in Togo on behalf of the New Patriotic Party to prevent the Togolese who have got Ghana voters' IDs from entering to Ghana to vote. Now they choose to take him to court, and they're oohing and arming. They're not sure what to do. That's why they've taken the docket. The Attorney General's office has taken the docket because they are weighing their options. If they continue to prosecute Hobson Adoye, maybe it could affect their political chances. That is why they're sitting on the docket at the Attorney General's office. If not so, why aren't they prosecuting him? Because they're worried about the truth bombs that Hobson Adoye is going to let out that will collapse the New Patriotic Party led by Dr. Baumia, its flag bearer. It will collapse their election plans. That is why they're doing what they're doing. That is my opinion, and that's how I see it.
Boni be na MPP for there yo.
Omo nya me boni.
Na die na
wo me so me nya omo boni.
Die nti we free ho.
Oh, free dey say ma free m. Nipa mi wo gidie wo no mu. Senka wo ni party nanim. Ana omo chinchim ni nsa. Ni nyina because of sa Agyapadie buku.
Ni nyina wom.
Hwe Agyapadie ena me kire mo ade bi. MPP for na omo I mean reason, use your brain. Adwene na Nyankopɔ de ato timu. Use it.
Threat messages na ade a wonya no.
Me phobia. Na MPP for why na so no betimasi manim. Omo mu why?
We bema.
No, omo mu why na so betimasi manim. They've tried. Omo ntimi.
They tried.
Ya dem crofo ba begina ho mu kita to yin emfa.
What?
Me wo to I'll get the ayo. What is it? I'll get the signal. And to
what? Me
say me paramount chief your friend will talk this three.
Allah. Who's in Adoye?
Try o try bebe ebini. E ko bosom si nyina yi. Ababa wa bi di me ko bosom so. E wo ayi bunu is ho ba bi. Kokoye say me yenku mi na me nya adena me je ho adwuma 3 days pepe ne ma me na wu. Maka chese oto aso wo baba ko pe. Ne ba no odi agro ne ba no beji ne ma me achi.
Hobson.
Me look, me ma me wo me na wo gina ho. Wo gina ho. Achi avini ba de me o.
Ana wanya abofra.
Achi avini ba ni. Ye ka Ngno state a. Ye no ya Ngno state.
Appointment o mo de ma wo e wo airport o mo ji free wonsem no. Eno na ma ye yawo bi wo ma no.
Enye yawo de asenka me started 2019.
Ya ma dismissal letter.
No. You obi na shed that adwuma de man yere. Sasem we machire. Look, I was working with the national security. But president requested
as what?
President requested send me Concocted airport VIP home
fantastic.
Because of incident be see e maybe a twem. Na o trust wo me. Etimi Concocted man ho. And I went there. Enti mi wo hodo no. Ana Sharia ko botwe
foreign affairs minister
omo call cabinet meeting baako ana okokoye say VIP ho no ompese omo je ho edema aye diplomat no because terminal 3 aye ready ntino omo si VIP nso so wo hodom na national security for nkonko yusu wo then ministers and other passengers ebi yusu sa VIP no. And ana ora kanda pa minister for national security was say ye kohodia and ye be commercialize it said ye be reduce amount for eba wo ba be fa hodum a wo betu eska we can raise money to help defray the loan na omogedisi terminal 3 no and ye sir asanti be die to tisi ye be commercialize for pe ano kokwe won say otimi sign dismissal letter so nim za
asante be dey
yes and what kind of pedin no omobo hu oti ya say the
who say sign dismissal letter
oh aden Dr. Tinkran letter no one sign was sign bebre
na president ni ho
bebre dismissal president be sign na just a modu pa so on ete no nkae ni nyina se enyo no
so na do communicate na mon communicate
oh ya communication for some time na be no communicate pa ba ya for some time so on ete no anti sa pepepe ana de no koye ete ye obi eda je madwuma efiri mi nsam ye yi madidie eye 2022 ya me ye open declaration ma alankojo chairman ana national security actual letter say omo dismiss me without any reason.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yamiti didi.
Yamiti
didi ba. So
very well.
There you have it. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Hopeson tells us how he was used and dumped by the new Patriotic Party and kicked out because of his support for Alan John Kwejo Chiramate. Let's continue.
Before say me bakrata no so. Osofo na efre no Kusi Boateng, Reverend Kusi Boateng.
The word me no.
Yeah, word me.
Kura diplomatic pastor.
Say what say obi ahu na wo mo no hu. Nyankopon kasa nkyere kromfo. Nyankopon kasa nkyere kromfo. Ghana sika ye de kokosha yi mu ache se aye waste. Na papa timi ka se wono timi bo aban bosia. You do all these things and you come and tell us say Nyankopon ba be ka kire say papa ne ekohwini. Kwesi Boateng. Wo ye kohwini. Look, me say me I will join Okudwe to Abrakwa. We'll make sure say Kwesi Boateng will go to jail.
Hopeson.
Me na me ka kire. Baby a Nyankopon fa ebebe kire ne say but we be ebe win elections so December 7 they are going to lose. MPP will lose. MPP lose. I will make sure I will partner Okudwe to me say Reverend Kwesi Boateng will go to jail.
Ono nko na ebika ho.
Wo di ono na me so do na Nyankopon be ka kire no. Eti ade no ko jail ho na Nyankopon ba be yi na free ho. Obe ko jail.
Waye bone be.
Na wo ko jail no na se the hard labor ka ho a. Emre bia be ma na so apan. No wasanwa no afele pete ne saa kwa kosi se pete no besili. Obe so anwa afele pete ne saa. I mean, what can we entertain such a ye your society mo? Why? Kwesi Boateng say Nyankopon aba be ka kire o asofo wo ha say Danka Williams no mo twi wo mo hu say rot ekọ wo mo twi wo mo Nyankopon me ka say kire wo wo me say me madikaka me say this country me titi my friend JDM Canisen Crusaders JDM abasi sa yan de be kwakọ nipa we na de na sha yi. Let's go and then me see a big jelly omo.
Oni momo.
Na da na nyame no omo na ho no.
Semaba.
Obi o han da no onya rent ntua. E no kita dan enan. We salary bet mama asade no. I say people go to jail. Take it from me. And people will lose and people will go to jail. Share.
Dear man who say MPP belusu.
Now this will be catcho. And share for time. Guys, and this is what you guys want people for because it's cocaine card be go man. Now who hold my bank afro say qualify for loan. MPP antima and we need term. Now and hey, say the real my say. Look, Mugabe, machine Ghana.
Hey, Hopeson, jail them Crusaders. Let's see how that pans out.
Call rounds. Meantime, Tanakra. Say, Upie na wo share how people are yearning for change. Sunday, be kwa movie. Me call them pipi omo ye rari wo atimpoku.
Eastern region.
Na ye dru ho no ye kita ye PA van no. Ani yeko. Timimika de animu na di akire. Ana elbonyum. Omuhu ya no man ana me room ayi. Me yes sign say. Me se nkrofo na gina ho nyina. Omo hye mpipi atade no. Omo nyina ye say. Enya trosemo Mrs. Sunday. Ewa timpoku. Adam gajo am se won. We nu mu nyina no. Womu ni na mo mba bi ni akwese se omo ahye omo atade. Eti oye change na womu nyina.
Come dey womu.
Omu ye say. Omu ye change. Sunday yawo.
Very well.
Sunday akwese dey yo. Me say MPP lose no ho. Me say it's going to be a record.
Well, and nkata mi no and ekura wo ba ku ye de.
Third one no kra ye assessment no. Assessment. Omo tima ye ne omo ntimi nye.
And wako ye hu boku nyina.
Omo ayato. Send omo tima complete is in progress.
Implementation no.
Implementation na ma print ato. Nti e be hwe no susumu.
Ye be hwe implementation ne de omo implement.
That's right.
Ti ene ye ko hin we.
Ye ko Agyapadie. Ye be wi am the GTP baba. This Agyapadie. Me pese me kire Ghana for no muti bibiase. Obi aka cho se e fiction oboa.
Okay.
Se mo betima zoom book ni yie pa mame a mo zoom ni yie pa mame. Me pese amanfo aha.
Da so kama.
Won se wo hwe esoro ha sei na esoro ha. Won se ya tworo ho restricted. Fantastic. Bibia beka se restricted no enkwa abonten. Eye kokuo mu ade. Maybe book ya mikite amanfo se ya tworo COVID-19 wo mu nti no enye no kre hwase ha sei. Ya tworo AD 2020. AD 2020. Oh. So revision omo revise we 2020. 2020 na yenya COVID-19. Yenya COVID-19 in this country.
COVID-19
2020 na back race assessor aba absa. So what are they talking about? Hwe enye wo bia na adwena da. Adwene na nyankopɔ di 2 year team no ye the reason chese ye say na menka no atwi mu no. Ye deep. Ye dwene. Eti wo timi da yen. One signature ye wa ha sei. Obi a wonim papa we ya oda ha ni signature bia no. Hu ya afa hu se do nie.
Motio for the penny.
E dey say no moti work no. Eti book na chinko ano should tell you say in some of muka nyina no omoboa propaganda. Say opposition bi na akotworo, obi say na akwa omoboa.
So opposition actually implementation.
Omoboa. Hwe adini ni restricted. AD 2020 revision. Hwe mene busuani ba ko frɛ me. Hope si sadie we wugidi
from Chebi.
Yes. Wugi sadie we di. Ana de njen, Adam say na me twro ye. What say me nka so no atwro. What review to me. Me person can be keep order no for. Me person can be share action bi o mbeteki. Naka media no ba but anyahwe. Once I'm boss no. He reviewed to me said the original document na ba ye no. Eye 2020 ye can say 2016 no. Na edin nya Agyapadie na edin ya asase. Muntia de yo. Na edin ya asase. Ana bushani ba ko ekobie radio aye friend asase radio. Adom say etre ho a ebe confirm sa document we. Adom say san ye 2020 adom say sa di no call Agyapadie
from asase.
They should come and tell me say ba make me boa. Asase ye can say Agyapadie book we. Omo printed just one copy outside the country. Omo printing in Ghana. Munchen you. Just one copy. One copy no omo printing ye no. Eba ye no. Baby aya omo hia. Dwen hu nyina no. Omo koto safe for this very book nkwa. Tie de safe no mu ni aloko. Adom kwa hia no. Do mo ayi. Na fe omo ahwe. Omu discuss wi a dom de akwakohye mu no mo aloko me ye sure sa chase na edidija bi koso wo baby one day nyankopon mpe bone omu wie ye no omu rafi anko safe no mu ana obi be pie so eti hwe wo hwa so wo se photocopy wo se na to na ne nheda anya yi nti no wo se photocopy nipa ne tamu ya fast wo photocopy ni na etu onya time otena ase no ana odi ni phone scanning ni nyina put in the soft copy the tool system eti wo mon profo na bi and leaky way to abonting.
How?
How am I saying? Show that you know. Now, she we and you almost symbony. Susu Bibi and you almost symbony. Eti when the Cocofa as symbol no better. Every page, the original book, every page biano, almost symbol edaho. Every page. Almost symbol that did that every page.
Hope sin.
What you say? Me pesa man for eti bibiase. Omuti bibiase. Now, who called the forwarder? Forward, it was signed by Oforiata. Oforiata there, Omudoso ntimi name the particular Oforiata or no sign. But the signature here is Oforiata. It means to say someone has signed this book. Now, sa book we are ekitayi. A great transformational plan. Apart from say politics, you have say presidential candidate and as a leader of movement,
for change.
We be do more as author. The author forward. Bar for Dr. Sesha my brain to the seat. 2 for my rehne. Or don't the true GTP forward. Sa no be so actual way forward. A two kind forward now about the picture of whatever is in the book. Wow. The way I know Martinez say. Yes, I move program. Pa. What come forward now? What must it to our future, made up of present and the unborn, for whom this will of a nation is being prepared. To our foremost king of for repairing the produce spread across this world, for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared. Yes, I dear we, their share of for repairing and ye we na ya sisa Ghana Agyapadie ni Ghana skanyina e de ato ye yankasa ye ma ene ye nana nkanso a ye nyanwo mo ye de ato honom. When you read the whole book ewia wo mo patch said the next 100 years as he said of penifie wo mo na control Ghana. What a nonsense. What a nonsense. Na ye kasa di we ya no biti baby say e fake. Wase, with the river of Nanado, we see the rebirth of a second JB Dankwa who has come to the rescue. Omo patch say, Chese JB Dankwa Eshase, the struggle for independence. Any idea deno, Chese, Kwame Nkrumah be fan honuntino, ya mano sa ye can say, need DNS mano no. E DNS se wonya no wanya eti ye we nyina na chese yaba begina honum wo kan book yi kwa o patch say during the you can say war time no obi antibi undefeated before according to this book sa no mo ka Agyapadie nanso so no yenya independence wie ye pe o mo akwa masantefo so asen before it's in the book. Eti nina no mo ya na de tan ala ni nyina no me ka kire nkrofo say it's more of tribal than political.
This is what we are seeing today.
As you can see, Hopeson is a very good storyteller, and he has explained why Alan John Kojo Chiramatin was victimized, was sabotaged in the New Patriotic Party before he left. On 25th September 2023, he resigned, and the reasons why he was forced to resign. It's all detailed in the Agyapadie book that he's espousing.
Yen poa Ghana Agyapadie no. Yen fanja ye mane ye nanano mo. Monkwa na mo ye funu edididi anyesa. Me say I am throwing a challenge to the Ochimai, the mafias, those who wrote this book. More kase ejamwa a fake I am throwing a challenge. I will stand in for all Ghanaians. Our more kase asemwebi. Mumra out. Monto mu snap. Misuma to me snap. Yen ko river brem. Brem we che before dia.
Chenko no brem.
Yen ko hondom. Na mo fa mu dia ngugu nso no mun kase amafo detract yeso. Ye de enim hu hwe. Si enim hu bia, mu nya se, si enim hu bia, mu nya se. Na me so bi hwa bi de ngum. I don't move is ya bubo dam yeti groma. What move is bubo dam yeti groma? Hwe what's it? Currently, with Nana in total control of the whole entity of Ghana, we have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding height of essential fabrics of the country, in order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years, the sons and daughters of Ochimai would be firmly secured and set control both financially and economically, that we can no longer be ignored in the battle to control the destiny of Ghana. Look at this. Sir, President Akufo-Addo, ewo hwedie, as so mu make sure, say bibia eye sika, eye Agyapadie, eye gold, everything in this country, as so mu take over. Na omu nye sika ni Agyapadie na to the stance say, wachi my man, obi antimi ignore omu biom. Na me angurani ba te se me dia me nka Ghana ho ho. Me nka Ghana ho. Hwe. Na ubenya obi nu wote honum, nu wagire nu ho se wo defend se enye ayi. Enye nokre. Ye ba be kire nokre wo mu. No wo hu se na sidie. Hwe ni oka.
As you can see, the JB mafia want to control everything. Hobson, continue.
Hwe ni oka e. Was it to achieve this, we need to appropriate the fundamental economic and financial levers, which will guarantee such control in the years to come. It will make sure that wamu sika samun shiche ento toye any adinjina betimi ejina ye said the bayon betimi a control. Was it in doing this, we need to be strategic. We would have to work with other people from some of the diverse ethnic groups, including some carefully selected people from Ashanti and other diverse ethnicity or land. This will make them believe that they also have a hand in the pie. Ghana done meat pie. Yeah, chiche? Yeah, chiche?
Clearly, Ghana is being sold piecemeal. This has been going on for 32 years between NDC and MPP.
Chese, say omu betima ye weni de, omu make sure say omu benya nkrofo free other tribes no mu. Omu de omu ba beka ho. Na mum Ashanti de omu en selecting nkrofo ni yie. No mu for mu mamedim. Won see e ba be ko election, chairman sabotu mu, mu speaker mu ne ne ka ho. Ada DMB any ade. Omu wie a fair shot. Or say chairman sabotu near tonu pay as a cock trefi. And I fed an enyabre. I fed an enyabanoso. I fed an enyabanoso. Was say it will obscure any suspicion that the project is essentially an Oforipenny project. This point is crucial because with electoral politics, we have to have our eyes on the numbers. In the electoral process, we cannot be blatant until we are completely secure in the endeavor. It is especially so, Mundio, it is especially so because so far, the Ashantis constitute the single most populous ethnic group in the country. So, say eba abatu omua, wamu se Asantefo and the dorsal pa, wamu na ye a tribe bakwa wamu dorsal pa. Etino. So one found one kahwa ebehadwene, which is so, and they were able to do that. Selecting to me more that fade ya bubash or no moka. Then they go against their own. Share paragraph 9 or mukamo. Was it although the Ashanti group within the current MPP is gearing itself to take over the party after Nana's tenure in 2024? It will be a deal if we could work to bypass them in 2024. What? Bypass which people? The Ashantis. With hard work, we could work to pass the mantle over to a non-account person, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover project. And then we know what I say. MPP Friday of region, on free north. Abama na say mamu.
Ato.
What say? se wono bebeye ayina ahonom ana sa wo mu project ebeti mawie peye because 8 years of nana wo ntimi nya ne wo pay nyina
to afomasa njibi aka ho
wo ba be jibi aka ho se ekoko fa santini ba pe akate
to no because esla say yaje man
so say this no was it to be specific we need to strengthen our effort to control the mineral resources as well as electricity and water institution. Electricity, oman farmer PDS.
Ba omiaka.
Yedi ma PDS no. Se nyesa mewu beka se guarantee there some de ba na fiti shots a.
Kewu.
Senkeko. Eti omo fire na so oman fa.
Fire. 8 months omo jeje sika ma account.
What are nko mo beko so a. Hono antimanye. Was it the success of this project depends on the way in which we, for the time being, control the judiciary and the press. Second to last paragraph.
Control the judiciary.
Control the judiciary and press. A young one was here parking Supreme Court. A young one was here parking Appeals Court. A young one was here High Court. Yeah, parking Hodum. A young one. A nunye, a dem. What if ye we say Sadia way a fake? Ish.
Ato.
It is on okay. And the press, and share Ghana media. Be say, Nyanko Pombe Bisamo. Nyanko Pombe Bisamo. Asam no grada ho amunka. Wonim say stations bi ogra. Omo makwai say obebo Sadia way so. Omo makwai. Na yatima limite the whole thing say. And then elections are yekono. Just MPP NDC. Amunim say just adetie. Amunim say just adetie. Assembly omu control the press. And this country, when more picky journalists be yes a tribe or movie say womuno the movers and shakers. In this book, Mekaho, every month 1 million Ghana cedis. 1 million Ghana cedis. I'm going to do national security.
Maybe an hour.
Maybe an hour. Eho, and ya trash him. Be say, Sadia way, me pebusheni obeba, ye be bodia wo promase. Men kwa mrango bodia, me koche bi honum. Ye be bodia wo kroma. What am mekan yi, mekan baby, mekan wi a, na fe amafo hu say enye trim just say me mo me trim keke ana me dia kan hwe wo mo decide say eye banks a e wo krom ha nyina no wo mo take you over ne say wo mo wo ne e fe ne data bank a eye kenofori atadia etino wo mo ba be masa data bank no agina no no ana be government advisor a che say loans ni bibia sikasam hyehyeye bia ye aban dia bia no sa bank ne benya ebeye no mo je wo cat no mo hua ebigum eni ade so ho nete no eti no wo mo eye eyi say banks no yen group no into 3 that 3 na wo mo group ye no wo mo atudin wo mo terms wo mo use mother wo mo use biological children and then adopted children. Mother no ejina homa Bank of Ghana and wo mo say Mother ne de governor no eyo munipa. First deputy eyo munipa. Second deputy no ana wonyo munipa but won show any discomfort. Just say won how mo adwene. Eche you okay won be manage no. Now, first deputy no enche obekọ retirement. Okọ retirement a mayemfa no second one no go straight. Ni akase e kwakọ appoint obi aba second. Etu omo interest on be appoint obi a woye lawyer to Bawumia. No omo de na ba first deputy so that omo ade no ebeye solid. Ni ehun say oh Bawumia ni pa na hye ha no. Akufo adon so ni pa na hye ha say do. Ye say omo timi akoso. All these things has happened in this country. We are sitting here saying what? Now, Oko biological children was it this bank in which we should have controlling interest? The collapse of local banks with ties to opposition NDC and other rival political factions. eti banks a movie say omo eyo NDC for dia no Unibank ne de keka ho ada heritage capital na ohwe GN bank omu guni nyina me ne wo ka se yaguna na se nguno
ato
eti utena se na wo ka se no kra bi animu a na nyansa be na oda utim omo gusa bank ni nyina no mo go bank no mo se nka bank ni hia just 6 million na omo timi de agira omo na so mo kwa go bank mo use 21 million billion 21 billion in the book omo state omo se NDC for ada omo ada te ma men kan kire was it the NDC has been poor incoherently and consistently demanding detailed accountability and audit of the funds spent. Sami Jamfi Momo dida. Generasi don't get Momo dida on this issue. In case 21 billion. Okay, Moma details. Ekohi. Ya yedin obi ankasa. Kana 21 billion ani afane sa ani etikrom ha sei oyonko apake go ha mane na nkanso a wo mo ba biti yen yete ha sei na yete hodom sa de eti sa uko adopted children na eno na ye outside ayi absamo ene ye kan say Ecobank Stanbic ni ye kai ka ho wo mo defense bi o mo ye say absa ya na almost change it is a book no by 2016 there. Look, I have shown it to you. This is not my AD 2020. This is the revision. The revised version of the book no muye no. That time na absa wo krom ha sei. Na absa ba, ya change back grace. Akọ absa. Wo mo kan dia tum a round of voting and then me go TV station bi. Then the party say na den na absa ebe sha say adam say take your time and read
mpaken kai
ehonum no mo de MIF afa no Minerals Income and Investment Fund kwai ombe fa so ombe control ehonum na ewo wo ba Ecobank ti wo mo kire say aha no enye se bia appointment ni say omo appoint omo ankasa yi dem omo ndo omo nkrofo omo Nigeria to kakra na board no omo tima control board nti omo nya board na ni omo ba be ni say omo kokonya sika bi e wa brochire na omo de be ye omo private ye a na omo de afa ho e dey asem na ka cho is it no money laundry they are
good at it
eti se ba essence nkrofo no honti momo omunyi na omo akle na omo de ko this is it. Ecobank, we have two routes of entry into this institution. First, through Senate, which has a seat on the board of Ecobank Ghana by virtue of each shareholding. The seat is occupied by the Director General of Senate. In phase 2 of our agenda, Kofi Bosompem Osafumafo, who is the Deputy Director General of Senate, should be made the Director General. Give him the seat of the Ecobank Ghana board. And 2020 no more revise book yo
Safoma for bano
and then 2024 ya o what the fa e ka dey say letter na e dey terminate Dr. Tinkran and they share the tone to say bufu show and they throw letter no and Dr. Tinkran say one pene voters no mo to no one resist and yam pamono phase 2 na dru agenda no adru Kofi Bosompem ono ani edina kwa kwehye hono enti say o board no so ye be fie ani sika ba hono mu yiyi fa hono mu a me say Ghana for you can do this country good by voting massively against MPP na yamba hwehwe sa nyoma nyina mu ni yamba hwehwem na yen jeli wo masisi ya jeli wo mu ye jeli wo mu adenti na betra ho masa anyoma we ato yen hwe me ne wo ka sei woko insurance o ma hwehwe ne se ne o mo hwehwe wo bank na
so ho
ene so ho ye wo mada ne ye ka say National Insurance Commission no more biological children no enterprise group It's a dominant in the insurance industry. Eti ono na eba be government insurer. SIC ananka ono na gina homo man no oye no ya ka omu nyina agu. Ya de kanu for ata de na eba.
Enterprise.
Ene wo de call even DVLA. The only a year SIC insure a metro mass. Apart from that, all government vehicles enterprise insurance. Enterprise insurance. Now, just a no muja cry, and he say, because some person enterprise insurance, etimi a year, you know. And so we make sure. What's it? What do you say? Enterprise Group is the dominant leader of insurance industry, and its position has been strongly enhanced since the coming into power of MPP government in 2017. So, MPP ba mono. Ama enterprise insurance more you do. There is really no need to aggressively pursue direct acquisition of additional insurance companies. What is it? Now, the phase 2 strategies for continuous control include the following. Continue to push major government insurance deal to enterprise insurance. Number 2, sponsor elections of candidates to executive positions of key labor unions such as NAT, NAGRAT, UTAC, TUTAC, GMA, etc. So they can influence the appointment of enterprise trustees and enterprise investment limited as trustees for the fund and managers of the tier 2 and 3. Your system, your pension system, abain achichim. Tier 1 no abain ankasa ehwese bibia beko eyi. Then tier 2 tier 3 no I don't know unions no appointed a private eyi. That just say ono no ahwe so e de ama wo. It is omo ba beto aba. Omo fasika pudu enkohyem. Say we Mugabe ne penny so ye NAT chairman. And I said NAT general secretary. Na ya ba be sponsor ya mosuka pudu. No wa win wo win wi a. Just say bibia ye enterprise insurance. GMA say or we near bibia about GMA enterprise. Yes, a UTAG enterprise. Bibia enterprise. At the nipa ba kope and the way you funa ye didi e wo krom hase. At the insurance companies in ma bro mu nyina ase. Na ye ka ne ati ho no mo se den. Eh. Hwe wo power no enti wo beti ma ka ne wo pa bia. One traso enkonkosi awieye wo ye dey aka 4 months wo be free power. Aka 4 months wo ye dey wo be free power. Why should we sit down for such a thing to happen?
Omoliso me hand over there.
E dey say na okay. Me so obo mu gu ho yi na omu ye hunfo. Mamika asamunjo 2016. You who say ya win a year, medium become semi quackosha waba. A wadam who says Samuel quiet press conference. So ye tears chrome, ya primo moon delay resource no fast, and I'm a done never casawa. Bibe do a salam down. Na nipaka crow a honum. And I'm because one say a mumianko. Oh, you know, Mr. Bassa don't catch him, mumianko. They say me yeah, want to mention from that. Samuel youth leader, want to mention from. John Bodu was there as the national organizer and then acting general. Mumia komu yinajo. Ana me ko J microphone. Me say hey, we are going. Mumia yinesi kwano so. Ana me see chobo let's go. And you start here. Ye ko ni yesha. And you fast ro ye do nima run about ho. Na manfo bi ba mo dwane ye. Ta me do odo rice no. Me twa mani afa me hu line end.
When I will leading.
Nipa na begu mu say twan.
Sa afa.
You do second. Samia Fred, President want to talk to you. And another was me for me na mrefio. Because they are quite letter commission. Me so me na mo ye man no go hono.
2024 near my best son.
Or mo ye man go hono. Say ya twaba. Ghana for say bia ya twama lanchemante the president elect. Na kuva do say they won hand over. Hey, now we going. What time was so? What the other say? January 7th. What bow suit? What baby? What ba parliament a veterans na? What here? Open ground woman. na ya hand over ubetimi aka say won hand over e wo kroma say anu kra de oboa e ya go ana omudie enti sanwe ma we nyina ekoso hwe ma menka bibi wo eyansa obekọ ebia break awako under mining oil and gas ti asamo omoka was say our mining as well as oil and gas strategies constitute a major plank of a blueprint for controlling the extraction of natural resources which God has generously bestowed on Ghana, particularly the Achem land. Tio Tieni Waka was saying growing environmental factors are rendering risky our use of illegal small-scale mining, Galamsey, as a source of funding our political objectives. There is therefore the need to roll out a more rigorous legal means of controlling significant stake in the legal gold value chain. Was it to this end, a cursory look at approved concession should be looked at, as Santi Bedietuo is to lead the process to take over these concessions detailed below and consolidate them into the extended Agyapa LLC incorporated in Jersey. Agyapa. Murevi Agyapa LLC. Echo Parliament. Say any company enu na eba behwe ye royalties ni ne kakika ho wo mo gigi a na kakra sisi etua ma hemfo ni etua kakra sisi etua ma aban no mo so mo de wo okan kwa animu a wo se ho no omo benya no putu omo gigi scanner company we omo ko register wa brochire Jersey ana omo de aba de bronifite bia de animu se omo boa omo de omo dia na eyemede say at that day minority for etibi gina omo nan so eje ya walk out na MPP or numbers no omo pass here but because of CSOs ni agi e kasa ohunti no president say omo kwa koya amendment na samba back to parliament e san ko magije sika ni nadi amabium hwe wan husa money companies Davis Money, Care Money Enterprise, Protect Enterprise, Soft Hands Enterprise. So money companies ngwan. Galamsey companies. Yet 332. 332.
All in the Agyapadie.
Oh, I don't know much agumu awo mutu. What come hanu ante? Was say.
Yes, we are saying.
Was say ye depended on the Galamsey because of the environmental effect, you know. Ebe ha wo mu a wo mu nya sika no se de se so mu nya no eti wo mu mfa legal way bi eno no mu kokko create sa Agyapa LLC so inside say wo mu tu ayi Galamsey do na eba no yakọ create way eti say all royalties eba be form so abusuan ba ko aden
are we very enough
because they don't know
what is happening
because they don't know. Wey eye nyankopon na adanadi o seje nyankopon na ye Ghana domo a enka obeden wo hu enye nyankopon na ye a chese that day omu refi omu amfanhye omu save mu a obi kokko pie so e photocopy a enka obeden ye hu me see the whole word Agyapa book yi eye ba ko pe Agyapadie book no ba ko pe ya printing no Ghana hands so the whole word just one copy. Eti kabeden wo hu
few family
few
yo monam kura ye hu mi
few enye nyankopon na ya aduma e ba power nka bebregura wu what you say because they knew how it was hard for some of them to buy even medicine so omunie hwe what say the technical team of this document, led by DM Oforiata, should further evaluate the following details in order to choose the appropriate site. Galamsey site in any. And the market green, a whole cohort go to Gumsa. Etino, or more enye evaluation. Or munye evaluation, not omunyi papano, not for munchichema or companies. Hey, and then the who said, Okubwahe or a prophet.
I'm a curious person, so I did a search on the internet for DM Oforiata, and information came up. I saw an article from Asasi Radio And there was a photo of a gentleman called DM Oforiata, the state secretary of the Achem Abuaka Traditional Council. This person is directly linked to the house of Oche Hene Oforupein. So there's a saying in the English language, it goes like this. It says, if it walks like a duck, looks like a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it is a duck. So these coincidences, which cannot be called mere coincidences, suggest to me that there's an iota of truth in this Agyapadie document. That is my perspective, my opinion. Let's continue.
NDC kwakuba.
NDC kwakuba he. Tama MPP aban ka so mo omo stop galamsey no. What you asem o kan? Wanti wo hu.
Kan say.
Wo se atro wo mo pam mo ho no mo achecha mo ho.
Mpa.
Sabuku we ya mama hu say asem akwakuba he kan ye no, say ye no kre.
Did you hear what Hobson said? He said a member of the National Democratic Congress said in 2016 that the New Patriotic Party's fight against Galamsey was just mere words, but rather the New Patriotic Party people were just going to replace the National Democratic Congress people who were currently doing Galamsey, which is illegal mining, participating in that menace of illegal mining. And what Hobson is saying that this has proved to be true with the revelations that are coming out of this Agyapadie book. Let's continue.
Meneneti I used to say ado kaye that day menenu wo honum.
A concession wo anya bi.
Me yeda akonya bi. Me yeda akonya bi. And you see?
Edidija.
I say na nyankopon nim say emre bi beba sei. Eh? Obi so me nsa so de me kɔ ba bi ne nkotwa concession ma me. Monsieur ye beko da be de ye beko kira ye beko sei banko. Na we yaba esisi ekoko yese ma meko ye beko. Sanka me de kire bia nka menya hoɔden we. E de akasa. Matena ban mu 7 years. Aban mu 7 years. Galam say ayi ye ka de say quarter pro to grab anya bi.
Efi ne ho.
Ebi ho. Me say na nyankopon ni mu say a time is coming. Hope say is going to Makufo Addo no. Ya bo party di wo mu.
Da bi da.
Ye say ahyase na waka. We say eye obi enti na omo je. We say to our foremost king of Foripeni, the progeny spread across the world, for whom and to whom alone. What kind of book na analyze it? Analyze it. What's it? For whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared.
So this concludes what I wanted to show you of Hobson explaining in depth the Agyapadie book. I think he has explained it succinctly and excellently. So well done to Hobson for that. What I want us to take from this video, and I think this video is the most important video for voters in Ghana to watch before going to vote on the 7th of December 2024 to elect a new president of Ghana. Vote very wisely. And my advice is that we select a fresh face as the president of Ghana. And looking at the candidates who have put themselves up for election, Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin stands tall. He's a person of integrity We have never seen his handiwork before, either in the office of vice president or the office of president. He has done numerous things that transcend Ghana. He has assisted Nelson Mandela when he came out of prison and was elected as president of South Africa after the apartheid was curtailed with. He has assisted him to develop black business people in South Africa successfully. He has worked for the United Nations, that is Alan John Kweju Chiramatin. He has done a lot of outstanding work for them. He has helped 13 African countries other than Ghana to create millionaire businessmen. He's also created millionaire businessmen in Ghana. Alan is a seasoned politician with over 32 years' experience. He has assisted as ambassador to the United States under the New Patriotic Party, and he has also been a very successful trade and industry minister under President Kufuor and under President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The area he was given, the remit he was given, he executed it very well. When you work for somebody, you have a limited remit. But when you are the vice president or the president of a country, you have full control of the country because the legislator has been given to you, the power has been given to you to make those type of decisions. Alan has never experienced being a vice president or president of Ghana. Both ex-president Mahama of the National Democratic Congress and vice president Baumia of the New Patriotic Party have transcended and enjoyed the office of vice president and president. And they are looking at their track record, they have failed. They have failed. We need a fresh face. So let's all vote for Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin because he's the one that's going to help Ghana. And his great transformational plan, which is more than a manifesto, details all the things he's going to do in the 4 years he's asking us to give him. So we have something we can hold him to. We have a plan we can hold Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin to. And I believe he can do it. Because if he did it for South Africa, when Nelson Mandela came out of prison, if he has done it for 13 African countries, and what Ghana needs now, it is so critical. After you've elevated the education of the people, the masses, and most of your population are well educated, they need jobs. Under NDC, under MPP, jobs have not been forthcoming. Alan has got the master plan to create jobs. He has done it before outside Ghana, and he can do it within Ghana. So I believe he has the capability, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding to do it. Let's give him a try because we cannot afford to go back to these people who have failed us in the past. Yes, you heard what Hobson said. Galamsey, the control of Galamsey moved from members of the new National Democratic Congress to the New Patriotic Party people when power shifted from one party to the other. You see, the benefit of having a unity government is that everybody is everybody else's keeper. It will make Ghanaians be our brother's keeper. That is what we need in a burgeoning, developing country like Ghana. We all need to be each other's keeper. If we're each other's keeper, when somebody is doing something that is fraudulent or criminal or corrupt, the other will come and whistle blow on them because they are not affiliated to them on a party basis. So they're not protecting their party interest. They are putting Ghana first. Everybody who is working as a, a leader in the country must be a servant leader, and they must put Ghana first. And Unity Party, by its own structures, ensures that Ghana is put first and everybody is everybody's keeper. This is what will assist us to have a successful governance. So I leave the choice to you, but please vote wisely if you want a brighter future for your children and yourself. Ghana needs to get a solution out of the situation. Neither the National Democratic Congress or the New Patriotic Party under the current leadership have the answers. And I'm sorry to say, I and those I know who are close to me who are able to vote, we will vote for Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin because voting for Alan is not a wasted vote as people try to make it out. If everybody votes for Alan, he'll become the president of Ghana. It's not a wasted vote. Yes. And he will pick his team. He said he'll use a 40-member team. So he will save money and he will use that money to get Ghana out of the pit we're in at the moment. So if we all voted for Alan, Alan will become president. Don't let anybody deceive you that voting for Alan is a waste. Also, voting for Alan means that the likelihood of getting a party that is forcing a coalition government is very high. If not him becoming the president, he can force a coalition, which will bring some sanity into government. Ghana needs sanity in the government because there's a saying that the anointing comes from the top to the bottom. So if our leadership on top are honest, the anointing will come from the top to the bottom. You will see that the citizens in the country will also be honest. Because our leaders are dishonest, the citizens in the country are dishonest. The anointing comes from the top to the bottom. Thank you for your time. If you like this type of content, like, share, subscribe. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.